recently came across an O2 advert. The algorithm must work because it said my journey has been a big growing experience. I have no idea what that has to do with the company itself, but it certainly has been very true for me. When my dad got a new job here in Leipzig a couple of years back and he told me about it, I was quite upset. Moving seemed so far away to me, not just physically, but also mentally. I was narrow-minded because I had never lived anywhere else before but our relatively small hometown. To me, moving was something that other people were doing. When I heard in primary about a friend moving just down the street, I remember being completely shocked, even though it was just a couple of houses down. To me, moving was something that other people were doing. Up until that point, the thought that my family could do such a thing never entered my mind. Today, I don't even know who came up with the idea anymore. Like moving, doing an exchange year was something that other people were doing. Before I knew it though, I was handed flyers with titles like International Student Exchange Program or How to Build a Second Life in a Year at a fair, and being told by past exchange students how great their experiences were and how they had the best year of their life while they were away. Once the thought of going myself had entered my mind, it was like a parasite. It wouldn't leave. From there on, finding a place I wanted to do my exchange year in was easy. After all, I only had two conditions. One, I wanted a place close by the ocean with warm enough weather in the summer so I could swim. And two, I wanted something in the mountains with snow in the winter so I could ski. Shouldn't be that hard, right? Well, after a while of searching, I found the perfect oasis in Canada, halfway around the world. And that's how fast across the country turned into across the world, and a 7-hour drive became a 10-hour flight. But now the change wasn't scary anymore, but rather exciting. When I started telling people about my plans, that I was going to live in Canada for a year, they told me how brave I was, or alternatively, that I was completely crazy. After all, it wasn't the usual summer plans for a 14-year-old to have. My parents only told me about the reactions they faced in hindsight. I remember them telling me when they met with my teachers to do the paperwork of leaving the school, that one of my teachers looked at them bewildered and asked them how they could do such a thing to me, because she could never do that to her children, that she could never abandon her child like that. As you can see, there were a few mixed reactions. That didn't really faze me though. 6 months later, I was sitting on a plane. My excitement was dampened a bit though when I hit my first challenge. It came embarrassingly quickly, to be honest. When I was waiting so long for my visa that I almost missed my connecting flight. But after a full-blown panic attack in a strange country's airport, I finally made it to my host family. But honestly, only to a nice Indian woman helping me, so thank you again for that. Without you, I would probably be still sitting on that floor. I wish I could say that from then on, my experience had just been easy, and then I had the best time of my life. But that simply isn't true. There were loads of situations that made me question my decision. I just wanted to curl up in bed, give up, and go home. Missing my dog, friends, and family. Yes, mom and dad in that order. My grandpa passing away and not being able to attend his funeral. Or COVID striking while I was in a strange country halfway around the world. Definitely weren't easy situations to handle. While I definitely don't want to play this down, because it was hard at times. On the other hand, there were so many amazing moments that definitely outweighed the horrible ones. The first time seeing one of the yellow school buses and feeling like in a typical teenage movie. Meeting so many amazing people and making friends all around the world. learning another language and fixing my broken school English to being completely fluent in another language, skiing in the Rocky Mountains until my hair froze over and I had white tips, and most importantly, making a family from strangers who were so nice and supporting that I could not have wished for a better host family. I could go on and on, but I think you get the point. So why am I telling you this? Why am I sharing this? I want to show you that while starting over somewhere new is terrifying and hard, for me personally, it has been one of the best experiences I could ever make. And I believe that if you don't ever move out of your comfort zone, you will never grow. So, how to build a second life in a year? 1. Pack your current life in a single suitcase. 2. Say goodbye to your friends, family, and your old life. 3. Step on a plane. 4. Let no one stop you. And 5. Take every opportunity that comes your way. Thank you.